So you've got like a mom.
Yeah, if I could get the fucking air fixed, I'd be in heaven. She swears they're coming tonight, though. I said I need this shit fixed for tomorrow. I'll be sitting in my own filth all day. Pressers.
Well, all the boring stuff's out of the way.
That. I gave it a C minus.
People can hear you, by the way.
I loved the Sony press conference. I don't know why everyone's complaining. I will defend Sony to the death. Oh,
This cookie is amazing.
I need to eat. I don't think I've eaten dinner.
Can you like take the nipple out of the shot at least? Thank you.
Is that better?
Yep.
I didn't hear you. Is that better?
Yeah, it is.
I think I can go higher on this thing. How much higher does it go up? You want to go down? I guess so. I can get closer too. It's more of my face.
That's good. Okay, we good? You can hear me okay?
Yeah, we're good.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to your part 2 of the Nintendo Enthusiast Class vs. Crass E3 2017 recap. That's the word I was missing. I'm one of your hosts, Jason Levine. Joining me, of course, is the Crassy one, Sean, in the nude, long.
You're kind of quiet, man. You're kind of quiet. Let me just make sure it's not on my end.
I didn't change anything.
Mixer. It is on my end. It is on my end. You're fine. My volume mixer was low. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sweating my balls off, but my house is clean, so.
Okay. I'm also sweating here, so it's pretty hot. But I'm gonna stay classy and keep a shirt on.
Nah.
We had fire nipples yesterday, Eric. You missed them. We had fire nipples part 2. So when we had our show yesterday, we had gone over the I think the most boring conference so far, which was EA. Then we had Microsoft, which actually put on a pretty good show. And now we're going to be recapping Bethesda, Ubisoft, and what we just witnessed, the Sony mediocre press conference. I'm just going to come right out and say that was very, very underwhelming for Sony, especially after the show they put on last year, which was clearly like they overplayed their hand last year. And this year, Nintendo is in a great spot, and that's why you're seeing this title. Nintendo set up for a big win, and we're gonna just get into that. But yeah, I'm very.
I didn't even know that was the title.
That's what we're talking about here.
Jesus, sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty clear. Everybody else is putting games into 2018, leaving Nintendo to pretty much put out Nintendo's bringing out a game every month in 2017. Good quality AAA title games. And where's the competition? They're all out on a picnic. So, what do you think, Sony?
I thought we were talking about.
We're not gonna do it in order.
Oh, that was shit.
We just came off the Sony presser. Let's talk the Sony presser.
They didn't. They showed nothing for 2000s. What am I playing this year on my PS4 besides Call of Duty? Another Uncharted game, because God Almighty, that's what I want. And DLC. You showed DLC as your second thing.
Yep. And yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. I don't even know why I didn't even bother to take notes, but I don't even need notes. There was only 2 games tonight that were of interest, and none of them are this year. So you've got God of War. We saw some gameplay. That game looks good. Going to be picking that up. 2018. Then you've got. They ended on Spider-Man, which was amazing. Everything about that game looks awesome. Again, 2018 and not early. So that means you're probably going to get it in the holiday if none of that stuff gets delayed. Because we all know Sony games never get delayed. So it was a pretty weak presser. And then you have people like hanging from the stage on ropes. Did you see that?
I like weird stuff like that.
Okay, so you were into the ropes?
I mean, I like human torture because I think a lot of people suck. So like that's cool to me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was one of the more interesting aspects of the conference. So what do we have? Yeah, start off on Uncharted. It's Uncharted. It's gonna be good.
It's Tomb Raider.
It's now Tomb Raider.
Play as a girl.
Yeah. What's the difference between Tomb Raider and Uncharted? Oh, you play as a guy. Well, that's gone now.
Did you just assume his gender?
I did. I'm pretty sure Nathan has a dick. You gonna challenge me on that?
No, I'm sure you would know.
And then we had that zombie game, which you don't care about.
What's it called? Because I couldn't remember when I was shooting my video, and I was like, Days End or something. Isn't that what it's called?
Days Gone or Days...
Whatever.
Scrolling through our news here. Actually, that's a good way for me to recap. Just gonna go through the newsroom.
Oh, Undertale! There you go.
You got Undertale coming to PlayStation, yeah.
God, kill me now.
Okay, I should have taken notes. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, we're gonna do this a little bit more organized.
No, it's fine.
No, I've got an order. So we have Marvel versus Capcom look cool. Story mode available now. That was a nice surprise.
Demo.
Oh, demo.
Story demo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, demo. Shadow of the Colossus, nice surprise, but it's a freaking remake after they just gave us an HD remake a few years ago. So I'm not excited for it. I'm not in a hurry to play. Like, Shadow of Colossus is a good game, but I don't think it necessarily ages well. Especially when you're putting it up against more open world games and games like Breath of the Wild now. Like, you're going to be going back to Shadow of the Colossus, remembering how great it was, and then you're gonna be like, I can't climb anything. And this world is so empty. I just can't see... I wish they would have just done a new one, even if... I don't know. I'm not excited for it. Monster Hunter's back. Monster Hunter Frontier Z.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that in my video now that I realize it. So I'm putting text on the screen. Monster Hunter was dope too.
So you like Monster Hunter, so that's kind of a thing for you.
Yeah, that looked really good. That was definitely. I knew that was coming though. I had already heard about it. But I am a fan of Monster Hunter, so that was very dope. Looks good. Looks really good.
It does look good, but I don't care for it. Early 2018.
It's fine.
No. Yeah, it is early 2018. Wait, there's two games.
Early 2018. I don't care about 2018 though. Like,
that's the thing, right?
What am I playing this year?
You're playing Mario and Splatoon and ARMS and Xenoblade 2.
If I'm playing Xenoblade 2 this year, I'm thoroughly impressed.
And you're gonna be playing Rabbids, Mario and Rabbids, because that's coming out in August.
Okay, we can't talk about that yet, though. We're talking about Sony. We're like going backwards.
Okay, sorry.
Let's just get through Sony.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Let's do Sony, Bethesda, Ubisoft.
Oh, you want to end on the Ubisoft?
End on the Ubisoft.
It's called Days Gone.
Days Gone.
The zombie
game. That's not what I said in my video, but that's fine.
Yeah, so Days Gone. Don't care. It's more zombie games.
It's Uncharted of Us. Zombie 2. Like, Jesus Christ, why does Uncharted, The Last of Us, and Days Gone look exactly the same? Like Eric said, oh, it's a realistic art style. Bullshit. There are tons of realistic looking games that don't look exactly like those games. You can even take some of the environments from Horizon Zero Dawn and throw it into that mixture. It's like the character models look different because they actually look like normal humans instead of, more mythical sort of stuff. But like, I don't know. Honestly, Days Gone, whatever the hell it's called, it looked a hell of a lot better this year than it did last year, I thought. Last year, I couldn't, I thought it was the stupidest thing in the world. This year, it was much more tolerable. I liked the stealth mechanics. I liked the other humans. I liked the sort of puzzle aspect where you blow up the gate and the zombies come rushing in. The weird bear thing at the end was interesting.
You really like bears. Like that Exodus game from Microsoft yesterday had a bear. And You like that too.
That was a cool bear, man. I mean, in the gay community, I'm known as a bear
Because of this.
chest hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I actually have a patron who was taking. We were doing the Google Hangout, and he's in that tier. I've known the kid. I know the kid personally.
Are you doing porn in your Patreon?
No, and he was like taking pictures of you and blackmailing you. I was like, you're not really blackmailing me. He was like, oh, well, I'm just sending it to my friends my gay friends who are into bears. And I was like, that's fine. And I just like pulled my shirt down. I mean, hell, the dude gives me $10 a month. Like,
so softcore porn on RGT Patreon.
Whatever gets the job done.
Yes, whatever puts food on the table. Yeah, then Marvel versus Capcom Infinity. I think you're more familiar with that series than I am.
No, Marvel versus Capcom to me is a fighting game.
Right. So, like, this is a first then, right? Because that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a fighting game, but this doesn't look like anything like a fighting game.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that was. It looked cool, but yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, so you're equally surprised. Okay. Yeah, Mega Man.
Because when somebody in the chat in our thing was like, "Oh, it's Marvel versus Capcom Infinite," I was like, "No, it's not, stupid." And
Yeah,
it was. But then like Eric just started like throwing up pictures, and I just kind of faded into the back. I was like, "LOL, JK." Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. It looked dope though, but they didn't really show any gameplay. I'll probably download that trailer so I can play the demo and then play it again in 2018 when it comes out.
Yeah, I thought it was just a Marvel game at first, and I was like, "Hey, wait, that's Chun-Li. What's she doing in here?" Like, my mind was just so like, "Did I imagine that?" And then they started sprint. Like then Mega Man X came in, and it looks interesting. I really want to try it if it lives up to the promise of what it set itself up for. Okay, next up we had Call of Duty. Bah, I don't play Call of Duty. Looks good. Good for Call of Duty
Holy
fans.
Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. There was an advertisement playing and it was really weird sounding and I didn't know where the audio was coming from.
Okay. You like Call of Duty?
Oh. Call of Duty is a stupid game you play with your casual friends.
When you're 12. Okay, here I have a list. So the PlayStation people sent me a list of all the announcement that happened during the pre-show. So let's go back a little bit. So during the pre-show, we have Knack 2. Here's your holiday game, man. September 5th, 2017, Knack 2. There you go. Then you've got Hidden Agenda coming 2017. Matterfall. I don't know what these games are. August 5th, 2017. Gran Turismo Sport, fall 2017. Super Hot VR, probably not, but summer 2017. Tropico 6, which is 2018. Undertale, and Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. No date.
Wow.
So that was
Ni no Kuni is a good game.
Yeah, that's a reputable one. That's not. I don't think that's exclusive though. Is it? Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni? It might be.
2.
Sony drops the ball. E3 2017 review.
Is this what you're?
Oh boy. Oh boy, am I going to get a lot of hate on this video, boys and girls. You should have seen my Microsoft one. I think I got like 500 dislikes on that shit or something.
Yeah. So, Ni no Kuni 2 is coming to PC and PlayStation 4, and it's coming in November. So, there's another one you can play while you wait for 2018.
It's not a big game.
It's not. All right, then back into the conference. We have, we've got Monster Hunter World. We talked about that. Oh, then we have this Metroid-looking game. Like, it literally looked like Samus's ship came down. This was called Star Child. And it's a PlayStation VR game. Oh, right. This was the whole PlayStation VR section. Can we just...
Here's the thing. People, third-party developers want to say, well, we need to make sure, a Nintendo Switch sells well. What are these companies doing? Wasting time and money investing in these games on a platform that has 60 million plus owners, yet only 1 million have adopted this VR thing.
The double standard.
It's not working.
The double standard is disgusting. No.
It's not working.
We're not going to bother developing. Okay. They don't want to bother developing for a platform, aka let's say the Wii U, which costed $300, and I'm sure wasn't that much more difficult of a port. But let's make a whole dedicated team to a whole new technology for a technology that costs $1,000 for a user to get into.
It's so dumb.
I hate VR, and I know some of you guys, enjoy your VR experiences. You enjoy VR. You believe that it's going somewhere. And hey, that's your opinion. I'm not going to bug you about your opinion, but I totally think VR is going into the toilet. The only way VR is going to take off as its own gaming thing and not become niche is when you're going to be in a capsule and you're going to be entirely immersed into the world and you can do whatever you want in there, just using your brain or something. Or you just slap a chip on your forehead and you're in a VR world.
Lawnmower Man.
What?
Like Lawnmower Man.
What about
You never saw that movie?
No.
It's a good movie, man.
I thought you were talking about the new meme that came out of Canada. Are you familiar with him?
No, I don't.
The guy who's mowing his lawn, there's a tornado behind him.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
That dude was crazy.
He was. He's keeping an eye on it. So, I mean, people are saying, oh, VR is going to be there in 5-10 years. No, VR, like society as a whole needs to make a massive technological leap and changes in the way we live for VR to even be. Like, VR is such a limited experience, just the side of the technology. Think about it. You can't really move, or you don't want to move, or the moving, it's just so limited. Even if the technology, even if you could get VR for $50, the game that you can make for that experience is limited. It just can't replace a controller, the experience that you get through a controller. So the fact that they wasted all of these resources on VR games, and then that's what they showed for, I don't know, 20 minutes during this conference, like that's just noise. That's my thoughts on VR. That's my thoughts on VR.
It's crap. You can go to hell. A disappointed PS4 owner. Sony E3 2017 review. That's catchy.
You're still writing.
People gonna be mad. Haters gonna hate. I'm just adding tags and shit right now, so I'm almost done.
Okay.
Talking though, I'm
I'll pick up some comments while you're doing that. VR is a fad, says Santiago. I completely agree with you. William saying he wants to know more about Spider-Man and how much is real time. It looked very much like a cross between Batman Arkham series and a better, more awesome dynamic game. It looked pretty good. Why are they making platform games for VR? Says Mizati. I don't know. You're referring to Star Child, I believe. So I did play this one cool game on VR, which was, I forget what it's called, but you're like God, and you have like these two laser pointers, and you point a girl to go do things, and then you interact with things. So I don't know if that's what you're doing in Star Child, but like that's not something that you need VR for. I would have been perfectly fine just controlling the girl with a controller. Eric says,
no, man, it's cool.
No. All you got to do is just make, 10 square feet of room in your living room, and then have all these wires running around the living room and putting this huge mask and then putting things in your ear and making sure nobody's around to pants you and take pictures of you. Yes, Joy-Con are better than VR, as Kahuna Kilver says.
You ain't wrong, my boy.
William Chandler Jr. again, God of War and Shadow of Colossus has promise. If you've played Shadow of Colossus, I mean, what are you hoping more for? It's the same game with better visuals. Ms. T saying Nintendo could win big time. Like Nintendo, we already know a lot about Nintendo's 2017 that I can confidently say, if you have nothing, buy a Switch, because That's where you're going to get your games this year. But tomorrow they're going to unveil a lot more stuff. And we'll see where it goes. Jack says, Nintendo showed Apple how a touchscreen is supposed to work and alleged how 3D works without glasses. Also true, agree with you there. Unforgiven, though, he's saying the Monster Hunter hurts. He feels that basically that announcement kills any hopes for a Monster Hunter on Switch.
There's already a Monster Hunter on Switch.
But like a proper one.
Okay. Here's the story of Monster Hunter. It seems like people have forgotten this. Monster Hunter was never a Nintendo only thing. Monster Hunter was on PlayStation platforms. It was on the PS2. It was on the PSP. Like, that's where it got its start. It didn't come to the Nintendo platforms until Monster Hunter Tri, I believe. And then it got its start on Nintendo platforms. It's not like, even you asked, oh, did Nintendo lose exclusivity? And it's like they never had it. It was just, that's what Capcom developed it for. So I don't necessarily think, because the Switch is a different console. It's something you take with you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think it doesn't really, honestly, it doesn't really matter stateside. Monster Hunter is big in Japan. It's not that big in America. It never has been. I don't think it ever will be. Even the little douche turd was like, it has a cult following and a special place in my heart. Like,
who's this?
It's a cult game.
Who is this douche
turd? The Sean Layton guy.
Oh, okay.
The suit.
Okay. So there you go. That's Sean's thoughts on that. The E3 conferences were a lot shorter this year, says Joseph. I think the Microsoft one was a little bit longer than usual.
Yes.
Any Nintendo...
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, I'm just going to go... There's a lot of good comments, so I'm just going to grab a few more. William saying, any Nintendo first-person titles in 2017, 2018? Any Nintendo first-person title? First party or first person? Because there's a lot of first-party games coming from Nintendo this year, but not first-person. Monster Hunter 2 is getting Generations 2 on Switch. Just skimming through here. Okay, so
I think it's funny that they're putting Monster Hunter on the Xbox One. You're putting a Japanese game on the Xbox One.
But 4K.
Oh, my God.
4K, respect, man. Respect the 4K.
Hey, you know what? Even with that crap of a system, Microsoft still outdid Sony.
I can say, hands down, Microsoft outdid Sony this year. I don't like saying winning, but they did a better conference.
Nobody wins. Like winning, losing.
No.
It seems silly to me.
I don't like the term, winning E3. It's not, like, the companies aren't even trying to necessarily win anything.
Right.
But you can say this conference did better than that conference. Okay, let's go through this. We had a creepy thing. The Impatient was another VR game. Oh, Final Fantasy 15 Fishing VR. Because throughout that whole game, I'm sure that's what everybody was saying. Like, oh my God, I wish I could experience fishing as though I was there.
I still haven't played it.
It's called Monster of the Deep. Sounds like one of your private films.
That I starred in.
Oh God. Bravo Team was another one. Then we had one with a mouse, which was called Moss.
Stuart Little.
Yeah. What else do we have? Then we have the God of War reveal, which was, that was a pretty good one. Not a reveal, but gameplay reveal.
Should have been 2017, man. That should have. If that would have been your holiday game, like, boom.
Yeah, absolutely.
You did great.
Would have been solid there. Then we had this Detroit game where last year we had like
Detroit Become Human.
That's right. So we got a lot more info on that. A lot more. We actually got gameplay this time.
I think it looks good. Honestly,
it looks like a good game. You know, it's sci-fi. It's
it's a Heavy Rain Beyond Two Souls style of game. Which, yeah, Jason.
Sean.
I'm not really. It's funny. I always buy those games, and then after I buy them, I'm like, I don't like this genre, but I always buy them.
The rain games?
I always play them.
The heavy rain games?
Any game that's like that.
Oh yeah.
I liked Indigo Prophecy. Indigo Prophecy was really good in my opinion.
So yeah, William was asking, are there any first-person shooter or beat 'em ups coming to the Switch?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of.
You'll see.
I feel like there are a lot of beat 'em ups coming.
I mean, there's like indie ones. Are there any like beat 'em ups? Like, are you talking about like a Double Dragon style game? Because there's not. It depends what you classify as a beat 'em up.
Okay, so after Detroit, Become Human. What else did we have? Destiny 2. The only thing that trailer made me do just made me want to play Anthem more. Like the difference, even the visual difference between Anthem and Destiny 2. And I don't know, is it fair to compare these two games? Just made Destiny 2 look so much more in the past.
Yeah, I thought that game was terrible.
Seriously, if Nintendo, so Nintendo is saying, Nintendo, please show Metro. If Nintendo comes out and just says, here's some Mario footage, here's Metroid, and just that's it, like, people will go crazy. I think that's all they. I don't know how likely it is, but if they do that, solid conference.
There ain't gonna be no damn Metroid. Don't get these kids' hopes up.
You've given up hope on Metroid?
Yes.
Oh. When do you think she'll be back?
2018, the absolute earliest.
Okay. So yeah, Destiny 2. What else do we have here? Exclusive content for the PlayStation.
Ooh.
I even recall, like, I think I pre-ordered a few games, and I never touch like this exclusive or bonus content. I don't know.
Seems silly to me.
It always seems to get forgotten. And then, of course, the big finale was Spider-Man, which was awesome. That game looks amazing. It was the highlight of the show.
Yes.
And that was all of your PlayStation conference, which was super mediocre.
I give it a C-. I liked God of War. I liked Detroit Becoming Human. I liked Monster Hunter. I liked what was the other game I liked? Spider-Man. I don't like that they're all 2018. You didn't show me any. I expect to see things that I'm going to play at least something this year. Something. And you literally showed me nothing that I'm playing this year.
Yeah. So I'm not going to give it a grade. It was better than EA. It was better than Bethesda. No, it didn't touch Microsoft or
oh God, I fucked up.
Or Ubisoft. What did you forget to do?
I didn't turn down the music in the video.
What music?
Oh God, I gotta delete this.
What music?
In the video I just uploaded.
Oh, your usual music. You always toss in a track.
Yeah, I didn't make it quiet. It's got 35 views in 10 seconds. All right, that's great.
So let's talk about Bethesda now. So Sony press conference. There you go, mediocre. Curious if any one of you was blown away by PlayStation, or you thought it was like solid, a great presentation. Let us know so we can grill you. No, so just let us know. Bethesda. So last night, midnight, our time. Bethesda had a showing. It was about 30 minutes long. We got some Nintendo news out of it. We got what did we get? We got Skyrim, which is coming to the Switch. We saw that there's some motion control aspect to it now. Has amiibo support, so now you can get some Breath of the Wild DLC. It's not even DLC. Breath of the Wild mods if you have this amiibo. It's also compatible with all the Smash Brothers amiibo, which that means there's a ton of Nintendo content in there. It's also compatible with all of the Zelda 30th anniversary amiibo. So that was the highlight of the show for me at Bethesda, because I'm getting Skyrim. I've never played it.
Yeah, I liked Skyrim. I liked Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein's a must-own. And what was the other game I liked? There's 3 games that I really liked. What else did they show?
Was it there was something 2? What was it? What's that game?
I don't know. So I'm asking you.
Was it Doom VR?
No, it was not Doom VR. Chat, what was the other
So, well, I'll pull up everything that was announced.
Evil Within 2.
There
Thank
you go.
It's a Trap Productions.
Yeah, so I tend to not like Bethesda's games. They're just not my genre. But I'm going to give them a...
Technically, Wolfenstein isn't a Bethesda game. It's just published by them. Id Software makes it.
I've never played Wolfenstein, but I'm really, really curious about this game. I love the whole idea of being in a world where the Axis invaded the U.S., and I just want to play it just because of the theme. And in fact, someone recommended a show called The Man in the High Castle, which apparently is the same kind of setting where the Axis won the Second World War. So I'm going to be checking that out later. If you guys have seen it, let me know how it is. But yeah, Bethesda came out. They had a really cute intro. I kind of like the whole idea of Bethesda Land. I like how they made gaming fun. They were having fun with it, so props to them for that. Then they came out and they're like, bam, VR. It's like, well, let's get out of the way. So they introduced Doom VR, Fallout VR, which I don't care about.
The best thing about Bethesda was everything released in 2017.
Yes, that was also a good point. A lot of new old stuff though. So we had the Elder Scrolls Online, some new DLC, which is coming. Creation Club, which was announced, where you can create more mods for Skyrim and Fallout. Unless you have it on the Switch, then you're screwed. You don't get to be part of the mod community. Then we have the Elder Scrolls Legend, which is a card game. So there's a new expansion.
Woo! Cards!
Don't underestimate the power of cards, man. Then Elder Scrolls V Skyrim coming to Nintendo Switch. That was even the crowd. I think that was a highlight for the crowd that was there. Everybody cheered really loud. Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. I guess Dishonored.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into the series. Quake Champions was also covered. But again, that exists already, right? That's already out.
What was that?
Quake Champion. So I think they just added new characters.
Yeah, I think it might be in beta right now.
Maybe. Then there was Evil Within 2, which comes out Friday the 13th in October.
Yes.
Looks pretty cool if you're into horror. I am not.
I am.
Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. October 27th. So that's going to be a fun one to pick up, I think. And that was it. So that was all of Bethesda showing. Pretty small, especially compared to last year where they had a lot more, new games to show and stuff.
But everything was 2017.
Yep, this was, it's a lot more toned down, but this is kind of a good way how to do it, and it's a great way if they're a pretty big publisher just to kind of update everybody on this is where we're at. It was kind of like a Nintendo Direct, but for Bethesda.
Right.
In fact, it probably should have been a Bethesda Direct. So yeah, I would, if I'd have to give it a grade, Bethesda is probably at a B- for me.
That's exactly what I gave them.
Didn't you give Microsoft B-?
Oh yeah, I gave Bethesda a B.
No, that's what I gave them. Yeah, so they were pretty good. Then on today, Ubisoft. Did you actually get to watch Ubisoft? Because I know you were at work.
I watched a good portion of it.
Okay. Did you see the beginning? Because the beginning was
No.
key. So the beginning, Ubisoft's conference.
Yeah, I did.
If you've been, I guess pretty much if you're subscribed to this channel, I'm sure you got a ton of feels when you saw the Ubisoft conference, because you had such a heartwarming intro. I love that the Rabbids and Mario game weren't announced as here's a trailer. It was announced as these two old companies in gaming kind of coming together to do something new, and almost like Miyamoto, being very much like the master passing on the torch, saying here's the IP, do with it what hasn't been done before. And you even saw the producer there who got all teary-eyed when Miyamoto gave him the shout out. It was just a very touching moment, and it was that fun. Like, we don't see the Nintendo executives on stage as much anymore, right? Thanks to the direct. So having that moment of Miyamoto coming out and getting that standing ovation, everybody stood up and applauded him, and then he had the arm cannon. Like, what a way to announce a game that otherwise everybody was kind of like, what is this? This looks like garbage. So yeah, Ubisoft had a absolutely wonderful opening. And then the game, Mario plus Rabbids, looks solid. It looks beautiful, and the combat looks pretty, has quite a bit of depth to it.
Yeah, that was actually surprising with how good that game looked. That was probably my second favorite game from Ubisoft.
From Ubisoft, second?
Yes.
I just I haven't been taking notes since Microsoft. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going. I'm trying to find the Ubisoft notes that another website would have put together for me. Yeah, so I mean, it looked good. It's kind of a shame that it got leaked, because this would have been, like, when it got leaked, it created a lot of buzz. So imagine that being amplified with the buzz of E3. It would have been unbelievable.
Well, I mean, how long have people known about this game, though?
So it was rumored in like January, February. Yeah. But then when the images leaked, that's when people are like, whoa, shit, this stuff's real.
Right.
Because remember, we still don't have Resident Evil 7, which is another rumor coming to Switch. What's the other thing?
Well, Beyond Good and Evil 2 Switch exclusive, my ass.
That just went out the door today, yeah.
But someone was taking credit. Like, I was right about Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, no. So yeah, Mario and Rabbids. After that, they showed The Crew 2. This is a series I'm not too familiar with, but it seems like they've added... Yeah?
That looks so bad. Yeah, the most successful racing games are focused on what? On racing. And one aspect of racing. To try and do a racing game that combines like actual cars, dirt bikes, boats, planes, like, you're going way too all over the place with it, man. You gotta simplify, dude. You gotta hone in on your target and stay within your target. I think it's just all over the place, and I think that's gonna hurt the game. And to be honest, the first game wasn't that great either.
So this is basically Ubisoft's Racer, right? Like, they pretty much try to build a game for every genre.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the worst game that they showed, in my opinion, because of just how all over the place it was, and no real structure to it.
I think this next game is the worst one they showed.
Oh, Just Dance. I don't count. That's not a game.
No, before that. So they had Elijah Wood in a VR game called Transference.
Oh, that's VR. VR doesn't count either.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm talking about actual video games here.
Yeah. Okay. So Crew 2, don't care. Transference, VR again. Blah. I'm glad that we had very little VR in this conference. But then this was a nice surprise. New IP, Skull and Bones. And it looks like they pretty much took all of the pirate gameplay out of Black Flag, and they just made their own game. And I'm actually really excited for this game. It has, because I loved the pirate aspect of Black Flag. So
yes, it looks like a better Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, good point. This is how you make a trailer that's actually interesting with pirates. Like, comparing the two side by side, because they've been shown within a span of 24 hours. Crazy difference. Oh, let's go hunt a treasure where nothing happens, versus let's have a freaking navy battle with like so much depth and strategy to it.
Like that, yeah, Sea of Thieves, man. What the hell happened to that game?
It went south.
South.
So Skull and Bones, I'm definitely looking at picking this one up. I don't know if they had a release date for it. Because Ubisoft was...
2018, I think.
Is it though? Skull and Bones. I'm going to take a look at this because Ubisoft, I recall, was pretty good at 2017 releases. And it's in a different region too. Like you're playing in the Indian Ocean, which is another interesting thing. So it looks like it was just announced. Doesn't look like there's. Oh, fall 2018. So this is going to be a holiday one next year. Lame. Okay, then we saw Starlink, which was another new IP, which was surprising. So that's the game where it's like you're kind of Star Fox, but now you can slide your Joy-Con around this accessory and you can build your ship.
I thought it was kind of No Man's Sky-esque.
Mm-hmm. It was. I'm not too sure what it was. Really cool idea. I don't know if I want to necessarily be playing with something in my hands. Like, that's just adding more weight to the controller. It does look very No Man's Sky, though. Yeah, you're right.
I think you can do it virtual as well, like the equipment and stuff.
I hope so, because the last thing I need is more useless plastic in my living room. But cool idea. Then we got a new gameplay footage for Far Cry 5.
Oh, there's my numero uno.
Yeah? Big fan of this
Yeah,
series?
I'm really excited. No, I'm a big fan of cults.
Okay.
And so the whole crazy Christian, over the top Christian cult appeals to me. Like Waco, Texas, Heaven's Gate, Jonestown. I love all that shit, dude. It's amazing how people can just, be so brainwashed. I'm not saying religion's brainwashing. I'm just the extreme portions of it. They could be so brainwashed to drink Kool-Aid to go on an alien spaceship, or abandon your family and your home in America and move to some country in South America to stay with this man who's supposedly like a prophet, and then he ends up killing you. Like, the human mind is just amazing. Like, I would love, we're getting completely off topic, but I would love to like start my own cult and see if like I could get
It's called the RGT85 fan base. You're well on your way. No.
Like, I think cults are awesome just because I'm a morbid person. But yeah, like, sign me up. Like, I will pre-order that game.
So what is what is like the soul and the essence of the Far Cry series?
It's nothing like what that game is.
Because the last one was Primal, right?
Yeah.
Primal was my first kind of look at the Far Cry series. I'm not too familiar. So is it just a shooter game? Is it like, what can you do in sort of the Far Cry series?
A strategic shooter with a more of an open world aspect. Like, if you look at Far Cry 1 and then look at like Far Cry 3, it's like apples and oranges. So the series is always constantly evolving. Like, Far Cry used to be like the game that you would benchmark your PC to, like back in the day.
You would or wouldn't?
Before I think it was before Crysis. When Crysis was really big, it used to be Far Cry was the game.
Did not know that. And then, of course, it finished on a really high note. We got a cinematic presentation of Beyond Good and Evil 2. And this was just the announcement. We don't know anything about gameplay. We know it's a prequel to the other one. Everybody lost it, even though I've never heard anybody being excited about Beyond Good and Evil before. Like, suddenly the series is God tier now? What happened? But I'm intrigued. I want to play this, but we don't know what platforms it's on. The developer seems to be inviting the community to help them make it. So, looking really promising. I love the world that was presented in this trailer, and I want to play in this world. So I need to see more of this.
I mean, I remember the original Beyond Good and Evil. It's a good game.
What system was it on?
It's on GameCube, PS2, and Xbox.
Oh, okay. Wonder if it will come to Virtual Console and Switch. That would be cool.
I doubt it. I wonder if we're going to see that tomorrow.
Virtual Console? Be nice. Be a nice surprise. Also, remember that tomorrow, the way that Nintendo does things is you're going to get a big chunk of trailers in the Direct, and then you're going to get all this sporadic news sprinkled throughout the treehouse and just random drops throughout the day. So you're going to be like, oh, that's all the Nintendo news. And then you get home and you're like, oh, what's all this other news I didn't hear about, right? So
What time does it start tomorrow?
I think it's at 10. 10 is the usual time slot. I am confirming. Nintendo E3 Live. 9 a.m. Pacific time. That means 12 for us. Lunchtime, yeah. Huh. It's kind of late. Later than I thought. So, and then there was a few more things. There was South Park. We got a new trailer for South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
That's good.
It does. I really want to play that. And they showed a mobile game of South Park called South Park Phone Destroyer. And Steep.
It looked really stupid.
Steep got an Olympic expansion for all 1,000 people that bought it. So solid presentation. Everything that was shown here was great. It had that emotional flair. You had the on-screen stuff. You had great games, great reveals. And you had surprise reveals. You had reveals coming in 2017. You had a little bit of something for everyone. And you got that big surprise finisher of the game on the horizon. So overall, Ubisoft kind of had the perfectly balanced and crafted conference. And I have to give these guys like an A.
I gave him a B, maybe a B plus. I don't remember.
How does someone get an A in your books?
It's pretty much impossible.
So William's asking what Nintendo is doing tomorrow, and will there be any surprise titles? So Nintendo's doing a 25-minute digital event. Hopefully it focuses only on Switch, but they've said we will hear more.
I have lots of love for the 3DS.
Like, nobody wants to hear that. Get out of here with your 3DS. Let's move on. 25 minutes Nintendo presentation. We don't know what's in it. And then there's going to be an all-day stream with the Treehouse, and that's where they go like in depth with all of the games. There's also going to be 3 Nintendo Invitational tournaments. So there's a Pokemon or Pokken tournament.
Pokken tournament.
There's a Splatoon 2 tournament, and there is a ARMS tournament. So there's going to be a lot of Nintendo content to take a look at over the next 2 days. 2 to 3 days. Probably the next 2 days mostly.
Pokken tournament.
Pokken tournament. What are you playing?
I was messing around on my arcade.
Okay.
Single Joy-Con. I'm about that life. That's how Bill Trennan said when they announced Pokken tournament. If you watch that announcement, he goes Pokken tournament. Like he says it like it's 3 different words. It always struck me as odd.
What I love is that Rabbids was announced today, which means it's not going to be much in the presentation tomorrow, if at all. And Nintendo they've got a surprise. Like, there is one surprise, and the thing is, we don't know what it is. And I can't wait to see what it is. And I really hope it's not like an Amiibo Festival kind of surprise.
I hope it is.
I'm okay with one of those, but we need another good surprise too.
Nah, man, we need Amiibo Fest 2017.
Amiibo Fest Deluxe. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a fun day. And, after everything, we've had all the other conferences. Finishing up on Nintendo, I feel, is always good because all the other conferences kind of blend. We know we're not going to get any realistic-looking games tomorrow. It's all going to be really, fun, colorful games that
you don't know that.
I do know that. I will make a bet with you right now that there will not be. I guess if there's a Metroid game, there could be a Metroid game that would be realistic.
Third party.
You're still holding out for a third-party game?
Maybe.
What third-party game?
I think they'll have an exclusive or 2. You don't think they're going to have any third-party exclusives to show tomorrow? Any? Both the other companies did.
that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
I think they would.
maybe one.
I think they would shit the bed if they didn't have that.
Maybe one. At least one. But let's loop it back to the intro, to the title of this podcast. Nintendo set up for a big win. Sony is busy in VR world, and they're not even doing anything this year. Xbox catching up in the hardware race, and they're just going to be, I don't know. What's on Xbox this year? You've got Crackdown 3 coming out during the holiday. And then boom.
You got more games than you do on your damn PS4.
So, I mean, you're going to have Battlefront 2. You're going to have... Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about the new Assassin's Creed that was also in the Ubisoft presentation. So we saw more of that. So, I mean, you're going to have some good third-party games, whether you are an Xbox owner or a PlayStation owner. But the Switch
You don't have
the Switch is coming hard.
first-party games.
No, you don't. The Switch is coming hard though, with lots and lots of games. You've got ARMS coming out next week. You've got Splatoon 2 coming out next month. The month after that, in August, you've got Rabbids, Mario and Rabbids. Then you've got, where are we at now? We're in August, September. I'm sure you've got something in September.
How hard would you say it's coming? Nothing. Go on.
Yeah, then you've got Mario Odyssey. Skyrim in the fall. Mario Odyssey. Xenoblade 2, which people are still saying it's coming. When's Pokken Tournament dropping? Oh, that's also this fall.
Pokken Tournament. September, I believe.
Right. I'm sure I'm missing a ton of stuff.
But are you missing Pokken Tournament?
Okay, you need to drop it.
I never will.
All right. So yeah, I think Nintendo is set up for a big win. Like, this is the part where Nintendo can grab a significant share of the market, because the gaming audience is going to have maybe one or two games to pick up, and then they're like, oh, maybe it's time to try this Nintendo thing, get hooked to it. Then you just boom, 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 keep going strong with your marketing and game releases, and we're off to the races. Fire Emblem Warriors. Oh, yes. Forgot about that. Thank you, Ojis.
And Pokken Tournament.
Please shut up.
Pokken Tournament.
Oh, and we have Sonic. We've got Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania.
Sonic Boom, Sonic
Not
Boom.
Sonic Boom. Are you even participating anymore? Or did you just...
Yes.
Did your brain just melt out of your ear?
Pretty much that. I'm about to complain to my landlord.
Okay. Yeah, so there's so much good stuff. So since Sean is useless, let's hear it from you guys in the comment section. What are you like? How do you guys feel about E3? Here we are on the eve of Nintendo's conference. All of the cards have been played except Nintendo's hands. Are you guys excited for Nintendo more so than, let's say, before E3 started? What games are you looking forward to on the Switch? What do you guys think is coming out tomorrow? Let me know, because Sean's a bad co-host tonight.
Do you think you will see Pokken Tournament at the event?
Only on the 3DS.
Ooh. What do you know? Pokken Tournament. All right, let's try this upload again. I did it. Ha! Last time I uploaded this, I had 2 dislikes in the first second. This time I have no dislikes and 6 likes.
Nobody cares. SteamWorld Dig 2.
Okay.
That's another good one.
Okay, that's an indie game.
Whatever happened to Oddworld? Did that ever come out to the Wii U?
Yeah.
Did? Okay.
I'm pretty sure I played it. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it.
On the Wii U?
I'm pretty sure. Oh, the Wii U. Poor system.
So
I heard there's a really interesting platformer game on there that came out called like Koki or something. Have you heard about that game?
Oh, shut up. Switch Fire Emblem game for 2018 says Devil is due.
What?
They're predicting a Fire Emblem game for 2018. Or was that announced? Is it announced that there was like a Fire Emblem game coming in 2018?
I'm pretty sure that's already announced.
Yeah, for the Switch, it was announced. That's true.
Did they announce Sonic Boom remastered yet?
No,
I'm waiting on that. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom.
All right,
I need to shave, man. My underbeard is itchy.
You're under everything and needs a shave. Nintendo better not be bringing nonsense like Amiibo 2. If they had a game called Amiibo 2, there's a promise there. Nintendo is truly about to drop bombs on everyone with a blind eye, in my opinion.
Stop it.
Says Jack.
Stop it.
Don't expect too much from Nintendo. They're good, but they don't always seize the opportunity.
Carpe diem, seize the opportunity.
It's a trap, says, I'm excited for Nintendo. These other conferences have had 1 or 2 games each that even somewhat interest me. Kahuna says, Ubisoft got it right. Now let's see what Nintendo brings. And
Like, in what world is Ubisoft and Bethesda like the good companies?
oh, can we talk about Devolver? Have you seen the Devolver press conference?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, they trolled E3 in the most spectacular way. If you have not seen the Devolver press conference, it's 30 minutes. After this podcast, go watch it. It's a 30 minutes well spent.
Actually, after this podcast, go watch RGT85 talk about the Sony press conference. You don't even have to watch it; just like it, and maybe like put it on in the background and watch a different video. You can mute that video. I don't care if you don't listen to it because you pretty much already know what I'm going to say. So let it play, but mute it and then watch the Devolver thing.
And join the RGT85 cult.
We have pie
And hair, body hair, lots of it.
Lots of it.
William says, Afterburner portable for Switch? Question mark.
Question mark, eh?
Question mark.
I don't know what happened to me. Somehow I hurt my rib. And like when I laugh or anything, like I just in so much pain. I noticed it today at work. I was like, why does my rib hurt so bad? I think God may have come to me last night. And you know how he made woman from man's rib? I feel like God like messed with my rib last night to try to make a woman or something. Like, what are you doing, dude?
He feels pity for you. He's trying to make you a companion.
Let me sleep, man. I'm just trying to get some sleep.
You must procreate. You must have a wife. We've got Jesse saying Pikmin 4, maybe? That's a... Oh, yeah, there is a Pikmin World is a rumored game. And that's a good possibility right there.
What about Pikmin Tournament?
It's a good thing we don't do this podcast in the same room.
We will in a week.
In a week.
And a half.
I need to book my ticket. Jake says, I have low expectations for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. That's good. Keep your expectations low, and then that's how you get blown away. Santiago
Who's
said...
Who's your channel manager?
Mine?
For this channel.
Oh, I forget. He hasn't spoken to me in over a year.
Well, you need to talk to him to get your pass.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, just send him the link of the announcement video, and then they'll give you a pass.
Okay. Santiago, I'm looking forward to the games that we know of. If they announce anything new, then that makes it that much better. Richard doesn't care. Gamers always win. Well said. Well said, Rick.
Unless you have a PS4 and wanted to play some exclusives in 2017. Yeah. Then you're just screwed.
The Truth says Metroid would win it easy. Absolutely.
I'm still waiting for that Sonic Boom remaster.
Unforgiven says, if I see a single amiibo, things that don't usually fly will start flying.
I'm sure you'll see some special amiibo.
I'm gonna see some amiibo.
Have they released the damn Cloud amiibo yet?
No, those come out this month. Or next month.
Well, there you go.
I think it's next month.
Guess what? You're going to see it.
They've shown it. Oh, but right. On the show floor, yeah.
But will there be something to make it more worthwhile? The answer is no.
Sir Lance Cod says Little Mac and Arms DLC. Be nice. It's a trap. We're living in the darkest timeline, Sean. That's how Bethesda and Ubisoft are doing so well.
You're not wrong, my boy.
Jake says, everyone likes Bethesda but you, Sean. I'm not a big fan.
Funny, because I gave Bethesda the second highest grade of the press conference. But you got me. I don't like them.
Super Nerd hoping for Bayonetta 3 for Switch. I don't see it happening. Although, what is Platinum working on these days? I guess we could be seeing a Platinum game tomorrow. That'd be interesting.
Maybe.
Rabbid Amiibo. They didn't even make Rabbid Amiibo. I'm really surprised they didn't tap into that. Instead, you have to pay $40 for plastic that does nothing. How soon will Nintendo surprises leak? I say midnight. They're actually pretty good with their E3 leaks. When they control it all. Rabbids wasn't controlled by them. What else we got here? Yeah, someone's singing the RGT85 song. You are a cult. You even brainwash people at the end. New Luigi's Mansion for Switch would be awesome, says Treons. Yeah, it would be.
Ha! Gorditos. He agrees with me when Bill says Pokken Tournament.
Good for him. July 21st are the Smash Amiibos. Thank you. Long Shot Soul Calibur 6. Oh, that would be announced by now. Yes, it would.
Yeah, you could see No More Heroes 3, a little Travis touchdown.
Got Skeleton, a Keystone saying Sony and Microsoft shit the bed so hard. I hope Nintendo shows off No More Heroes 3, Fire Emblem, Pikmin 4, Animal Crossing, Metroid, Dragon Quest 11, and Smash Deluxe. All within the realm of possibility, but that's just such a big powerhouse. Such a big powerhouse. You know, I was saying this, though. I was saying this when the Switch came out. I said, wait till E3. You know, I shouldn't be saying that. Tomorrow, I'm going to brag about it if it happens, but it's looking like it's going to happen. It's a Trap says, everyone has chest hair in his cult, even the women. Crying face. Question to both of you. Do you expect surprises? I do. Sir?
Yeah.
He also does. Mother 3 is happening.
I prefer Mother 93 by Glenn Danzig. I'm going to put a link after this, after you watch the other thing with my thing in the background. You're going to listen to Danzig, Mother 93.
Okay, Dekuman, if you're going to sub to RGT85, you need to sub to Hey Jay. In fact, promo time, I'm trying a new video format out. I put out a parody of the EA press conference. It's a 2-minute video. Go check it out if you like it. I'll make more of it. What are you doing? Now you're just putting your stuff in there?
No, that's what they were supposed to watch after this.
And then you have to go watch my... Then you gotta go watch my video.
Tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say.
There, go watch that one after. Join my cult after. It's a lot friendlier.
Mother!
Shut up. Okay, any other questions or topics before we sign off for the night and get ready for some good Nintendo conference and announcements tomorrow?
I'll probably be dead by tomorrow morning from heat exhaustion.
You are a special cookie tonight. What? Metroid Federation Force 2 coming tomorrow. What is wrong with you? Oh my god, I've never seen this guy like this. Alright, we're going to be signing off for tonight, guys, but we will be back live tomorrow after the Nintendo event. We're probably going to leave some time for other announcements in the treehouse, but we're going to be live sometime during the day tomorrow, so join us. Or do you want to do this live during the announcement, Sean?
I don't give a shit. We'll do whatever.
Do you want to do it during so that we get like the library?
I don't know. I personally, I hate when people do things during it live because like you're not paying attention to it. The person's like talking over it and shit.
Yeah.
I don't like it personally.
Okay, well it's 25 minutes, so let's not do it. We'll do it right after. Yeah. So see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, and keep it classy.
No, keep it crassy.
You can actually sing now. No, not lip singing. With words.
Oh, not about to see your light. And if you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it is. Go! Solo. It's a classic song, man.
Sounds like you're skinning a cat. That sounds like
My
you're
ribs.
screwing a cat.
Do I have like cancer in my ribs or something? Is that a thing?
That would be bone
Rib
cancer.
cancer?
It'd be bone cancer.
Oh no.
Try stretching like this.
Hold on, I'm not looking. It's honestly not bad.
Oh, okay. Now try it the other way.
Not that bad. Honestly, not that bad. It's just like right in here.
I don't want to see that. It's a lot of hair.
I almost feel like I slept on it wrong or some shit.